Club's crazy right now. Andrew, let me know when we have everybody.
Okay, and we're streaming now. I will, and we're streaming on YouTube now too.
Okay. All righty.
Hello?
Is that you, Kelly?
Yes. I
Okay.
can't see y'all, but I hear y'all.
Okay.
If you want to go ahead and get started, we could just see if Chad shows
Okay.
up.
I know he's got that bad network.
Yeah.
Sometimes I do too. Okay. All right. I'll go on and get started this morning. I think I have any general announcements. Everybody, am I missing anything, Andrew? I don't think I have any.
I don't think so.
Just general directions. So let's start this morning with Kathy. Here's Kathy. Unmute.
Okay, there I go.
There you go. All right. Now, the team met with Kathy yesterday in staffing, and she was really grilled for a while on her questions. I think the staff has gotten harder on the questions since we're doing it on the computer than we were in person. I don't know. But Kathy passed, and she will be phasing up to phase 5, correct, Andrew?
Yes.
Yay.
Thank you.
So here's
All right.
Well,
Now,
you can't see it because of my virtual background.
That's all part of it.
But we really grilled you yesterday. But that question.
You're cutting out, Judge. I can't hear you.
But what three have
You're cutting in and out, Judge. I can't hear you.
Kathy? Is there something you can think of?
I couldn't hear the question.
Judge, you're cutting in and out some, so it's kind of hard to tell what you're asking.
I think we lost her.
Am I not coming across?
You are now.
Okay. Can you hear me now? Can
Yes,
you tell
ma'am.
me any goal you have for this next phase? Anything you really want to accomplish or make sure you do in phase 5?
I want to get another place of residence, preferably with my son and his daughter-in-law. I would like to save up a good bit of money, and I want to stay clean and sober throughout the program.
Those were all great. And I was really impressed with them yesterday, and I'm still impressed with them. So we are proud of you, and you are facing up to 5, and you make a mark for today.
Thank you.
Woo, there's your, all right.
right.
Now I'll be signing that, Kathy, and Andrew will get that to you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, and let me talk to Kent. Kent,
Yes, ma'am.
how are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Good, good. So I understand that you've still been working on your helping hours some this week. Can you tell me what you've been doing with that?
Let's see, I got some more helping hours to mow a jungle of a yard. It's outdoor in my mom's neighborhood. So
Uh-huh.
I asked them, I just kind of explained to them the situation, the program I was in, and if I could help them mow their yard or mow their yard for them. And they were like, yeah, sure. So,
They accepted, huh? How
Yes,
tall
ma'am.
is the grass?
oh, it's a little under knee high.
How do you start with that? Can you just mow it or do you have to knock it
I'm
down?
gonna have to knock it down with a weed eater.
I was thinking, I thought you might have to do that at least twice. That sounds like it. So how's the cat?
Oh, the cats are being a terror.
Uh-huh, yeah. Well, they're both inside, aren't they? Inside
Yes, ma'am.
pets.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I was telling Carla, my dog thinks I'm there to play with her all the time. She's getting real needy, wants a lot of attention. So you've been doing pretty well.
Yes, ma'am.
All
Yes,
right,
ma'am.
well, we're proud of you and you make a mark for today and hang in there and keep mowing.
Thank you.
So that's three. All righty. Joseph.
Good morning.
Talk to Joseph. There you are. So how have you been doing?
I've been doing all right.
Well, I understand that you had some sad news. You lost a good friend.
Yes, ma'am. He was also my boss man at my last job I had at Smith Iron Works.
Oh, okay.
Worked with him in prior years before, about 3 years in Atlanta. So he was a pretty good friend of mine. I could call on him at any time. It was just a freak to get shot himself in the heart. And it was pretty hard.
Well, I know when you lose somebody and it just brings up a lot of emotions too. So here you're coping pretty well.
Yeah. Yeah, me and my wife talked about it, and every time I feel sad or something, I just throw it to her attention, and she'll talk me through it. I can't hear you, Judge.
Oh, good. I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. Just bad.
Yeah, you're cutting out.
I think the court may need a new computer. Can you hear me now, Joseph?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, I'm sorry you're having a hard time. I'm glad you can count on your wife and you're doing well and you make a mark for today.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. It's three for Joseph. Okay, Nikki. Can I chat with Nikki?
Good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. I had a nice weekend. Even though it was cold, I spent a lot of time outside planting flowers and stuff. So what have you been up to this week?
Well, I had some car trouble yesterday, so I'm real mad at my car. It's a straight shift and I lost reverse. So
Oh, no.
yeah, so I'm not real happy about it, but it's okay. It's at least it has 1 through 5 still. I mean, I'm looking at
Well,
the
you're
right
probably going to need reverse sooner or later.
sooner or later, maybe, but I guess I'm looking for inclines for time being. I don't know.
Where can you take it?
I'm not real sure. I'm scared to really let anybody look at it too much other than an actual mechanic. I don't
Yeah.
know. I asked Dad about it and he just doesn't have the time to really mess with it. So I think I'm gonna take it down to AAA and see what they think about it, maybe.
That might be a good idea.
Well, yeah, that and the floods are my ex-husband's family, so maybe they can fix it. Who knows? I don't know,
Maybe
but
so.
I've been putting in some job applications.
Really?
Yeah, I
What
put
did you,
one in.
where?
It's called Vanguard. It's in Trenton, I believe. They build tractor trailers.
Vanguard?
Yeah, I'm trying to put in over here at the new Bootsy Dye place over here, right across from the waste department in Mountain View.
That'd be closer. That'd be a lot closer.
Well, I can't figure out how to do the application. You've got to download it, and then you've got to send it to your email. So I'm struggling with it.
Well, you can ask any of these team members to help you with that. I'm probably not the best one to ask because I think I'm the oldest one, but ask Andrew.
And next weekend, I had forgot to ask. I hadn't asked Carly yet, but next weekend, I guess since the the limitations on the quarantine has ran out, we're gonna have the sailboat race, the first one next weekend. I would like to go, so I'll have to talk with her about that later, I guess.
I'm gonna let you take that up with Miss Green. And of course, on a sailboat, you'd be pretty distanced from folks,
Yeah.
I guess.
I'll just
Well,
be with
what's
my
going on
dog.
what's going on at Jim's? Are they gonna open or not?
Well, I think that they've been working on just Saturdays for what I'm hearing. It's like just for a few hours though, and
Okay.
yeah, and see, they still don't have the salad bar, so that's my whole job right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
All
don't know.
right. Well, I think it's good that you're looking at other things. And I'm also proud that you cleared MRT step 1 Friday.
Thank
All right.
you.
We're happy about that. Make a mark.
Thanks.
Everybody's on 3. Kelly,
Yes, ma'am.
how are you
Yes,
doing?
ma'am.
How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
Are you feeling all right?
I'm tired.
I'm sure you are.
I have been so lazy lately. But
Yeah,
I'm doing pretty good.
those last couple of weeks of a pregnancy, I think, are just dead bone tired.
Yeah, I
can
have been
remember
having to drag myself out of the bed.
Now you
So.
worked on your birthing plan with Megan, correct? So what sort of things
Yes.
did y'all talk about?
I told her we discussed about having an epidural and and maybe while I'm in the hospital they need to give me something, but I did tell her with both my other children when they sent me home I took ibuprofen and I can't remember the other one. It's like an anti-inflammatory too.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna try not to take anything once I leave the hospital at all. As far as narcotic,
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
hopefully that
I think you didn't have C-sections or anything, did you?
I didn't know him.
Yeah, well, that's good. And you'll probably do fine. You may
Yeah,
not
I
need
mean,
it.
it's not fun during and in the hospital, but afterwards, I feel like it's not. I mean, you're sore, but it's not to the point where it's unbearable, So I think that
I
I'll be
agree.
fine
That's
with.
the way I felt. And I wanted all my wits about me to take care of the baby.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
All right. Well, you keep working on that and you keep taking care of yourself. And we are proud of you and you make a mark for today. So you're getting
Thank
pretty
you.
close to term, aren't you?
Yes, ma'am.
And
Yeah.
I'm 8 months in a week.
Kelly, that's 5.
Okay.
With the gift cards, we've got Walmart, Crystal, McDonald's, and Bojangles.
Bojangles.
Okay.
All right. You got it.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Take care of yourself, Kelly. Belinda,
Yes,
can I
ma'am.
chat with Belinda? Belinda?
Yes, ma'am, I
There
can
you
hear
are. There you are, with a pretty red shirt. I like that.
you. Good morning.
Okay, how are you doing?
I've been in pain and really been sick with I know it's my pancreas. And,
What? I mean, when we talked yesterday, you seemed all right. What's wrong?
well, it hits me in the middle of the night and then I'm up all night and it's on my left side and it stabs me through to my back like somebody stuck a knife in there and turns it. And, I ain't able to eat much because I'm just staying nauseated over it. And they tell me I just have to let it rest, fluids only. But I've been trying to suffer through it. Ibuprofen don't help me at all.
Have you called a doctor or been to a doctor about it?
I haven't. I called the health center or the primary health care, and they're so booked up they don't have anything until July. But they're going to try to fit me in when if somebody cancels out or don't show up. I know if I go to the hospital, they're wanting to give me IVs and nausea medicine. And I don't know. I'm just scared that they'll keep me.
Well, sounds like you need to maybe see a doctor.
Yeah. I've been trying to get through. I've talked to Andrew about it sometimes. Last weekend, I had a really hard time. Mother's Day, it was great. I had a pretty good day.
All right. Well, tell me what happened with the car wreck.
Well, there was tree service, big trucks parked on the main right here, coming to my address. Well, they were stopped and parked. And I stopped behind them, and the guy waved me around. And as I was going around, the guy came out from nowhere, and I hit him with the passenger side mirror. So it was like a freak
Was he
accident.
hurt? Was he hurt?
I
Do you
got out
know?
fine. He kept telling me he was fine. And he stood up and was talking to me. And his boss man was there on the job. He insisted we call 911, call an ambulance.
Was he knocked down to the ground?
Yeah, well,
Was he knocked to the ground? You said he got up.
Yeah, he did. He got up. He was on the ground. The mirror knocked him down, I guess. But I was dead stop and was just trying to get around. And he came from the passenger side around, and I didn't see him at all. It happened so fast.
Okay.
I've been sick over that too.
Well, we need to see the incident report on that. So Carla and Keith are working on that now. And
Okay.
it bothers me that you didn't call Carla about that, the police officer did. So that's the kind of thing when something really out of the ordinary happens, you need to let a team member know.
Yes, ma'am.
So
well,
we know.
Keith was calling me before I even got in the drive. So, and my mind was, I was just scared to death, crying. And it made me sick. I didn't eat for 2 days. And, because I'm not out there to hurt nobody. And Keith called me when I was getting out of my car.
Well, you should have called Keith or Carla, is what I'm saying. When something like that really unusual happens, I want you to call first. I want to hear it from you, not from the police officer.
Yes.
But we need to get that incident report. We need to make sure that that gentleman's not hurt. If he was knocked down, all the way down to the ground.
Yeah.
We got to find out more about that. Do you understand that?
Yes, I have one. If I don't know how to get it to Keith and them, but I'm pretty sure they could get one of their own. But
Did he give you a report?
They handed me, an incident report, but I can get a original one from, if I call it, it'd be 7 days.
Did he charge you with something? You got a ticket, right?
I got a station, yes, ma'am, ticket for exercise care. It was,
All right, that's a misdemeanor.
yes, ma'am.
We'll look at that. Now, we interviewed you yesterday and we gave you a hard time and a grilling too, a lot of questions, and you're scheduled to be phasing up from phase 1 to 2. But we really weren't satisfied with the thinking report. I think that that was a little weak. I don't think you worked with Megan. You didn't do it early enough to go over it with Megan. And if you had, I think it probably would have been a lot better.
Yes, ma'am.
So we're not going to phase you up today, but I want you to redo a thinking report, and I want you to work specifically with Megan on it this week. Okay?
Okay,
All right. So you work with Megan and redo that thinking report, and then we'll get this incident report and see where all that's going. Okay?
okay. And I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I don't know if you could help me out with it or not. I have no contact with my mom, and it's been 2 Christmases and 2 Mother's Days. I haven't, it's been 2 years. I don't know what to do about it to try to get that no contact rate.
I don't think I can help you with that at all, Belinda, because it's my understanding that the crime you pled to involved hurting your mother, and that you were ordered to have no contact in that sentence. So I can't change that.
Okay, okay,
I mean, you could talk to a lawyer about it, but I don't know that that's going to change. You could talk to a lawyer about it, or whoever your public defender was.
yes, ma'am.
Okay, you might want to
Okay.
call that person.
I will.
Okay,
Thank
all
you.
right. Then we're going to hear this thinking report next week. Okay, so
Yes,
no
ma'am.
mark for today. We'll redo that thinking report. All right,
Okay,
and take
thank,
care of yourself and see a doctor if you're sick.
I will. Thank you.
Okay, Clory.
Yes, ma'am.
How are you doing?
I feel a lot better today.
You do feel better. Good.
I feel a lot better today.
All right. Well, that makes me happy. That makes me happy. Look more like yourself.
I've decided, you know,
Tell me what's been going on with you this.
I've been like depressed.
I didn't hear that.
I've been depressed like past few weeks, well, past couple of weeks, and I've been I didn't get to have my kids on Mother's Day, so that was like depressing. And I actually got to see my daughter. I made my doctor's appointment up, and I got to see her. Yes, I got to talk with her yesterday. And got started on my new medication, so it's helping me already. I feel it. It's making me shaky a little bit, but I feel a lot better today. I mean, I've had to make myself get up off the couch where I've been depressed. Like I didn't leave my house.
Try to find something that makes you happy. Try to find something that makes you happy and do it. You know, if it's getting outside or calling Carla, whatever. Planting your flowers.
Yesterday I planted flowers, and today I'm going to go put some tomato plants down in my pawpaw's garden. And yesterday I took my grandfather to go to Bojangles to get him something to eat because he's 91 years old. And so I've decided like 2 days out of the week I'm going to volunteer and go help my mom with my grandfather.
I think that's a great idea.
Since I don't really have much to do here. And I'm getting my kids early. I talked with my ex-husband this morning before court, and he's going to let me have them on Thursday. So
Okay.
I'll go pick them up early. And I went and spoke with the attorney too about a modification of my divorce.
Mm-hmm. Well, we're
We'll
going to
get more-
start having more court for that kind of cases in June. So they might be able to get you to court.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, I know that you had another problem. You fell asleep again in group on Friday.
Yes, I've been feeling really down and depressed.
Okay.
Like I'm sleeping a lot.
But you're working on that.
Yes, ma'am. I've seen a doctor. I've got my doctor's appointment moved up. I see her actually in 6 weeks. On June the 18th, I've got a 6-week follow-up. They called me this morning, and I made that appointment before court. And I've got my medication already filled. I've started it yesterday, and I've wrote my 2-page report that I needed to write, and I've made my crisis plan with Megan.
That was my next question. You're faster than me. So you've got those 2 things done. Thank you. Well, it sounds like you've been I know you've been having a problem and you've been worried and upset and depressed. And we talked about that. It sounds like you're trying to focus on that and take care of yourself. So
ma'am.
I'm going to give you
My relapse also, I think that I was feeling guilty and got down.
well, don't let that get you down, because we all make a mistake sometimes, Chloe. It's not the fact that you relapse, it's how you handle it after the relapse. And I don't want you to be too hard on yourself. All right. Now,
Yeah.
what we're going to do as a sanction for this is just restart you, sort of reset you in phase 4. Just kind of pretend like you're starting with a clean slate, and we're just going to
Okay.
sort of restart phase 4. And I expect you to do well and make marks every week. All right.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Okay. So we're going to kind of give you a restart. Okay. In phase 4, and you're going to be fine. Keep planting flowers. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Or tomatoes. All right.
And I've got peppers too.
Ooh, okay. All right. All right. I'll see you next week.
Thanks.
And then Erica.
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How about you?
I'm doing pretty good. Somebody said they liked your hair. I do too. Is that clipped in the back?
Bobby pinned. I just got it bobby pinned on top.
Mine's so flat, I don't think it would stay up. So what have you been doing this week?
I kept my nephews 2 days this week, and I've been reading and really kind of looking into a job too, and what all I need to do for school. Just trying to stay
Okay.
busy.
All right. What, have you applied for anything, or are you just sort of looking around?
I'm looking around, and I've talked to the I'm talking about going back to Subway. I don't know if she'll let me come back, because I was only able to work 1 day and then I went to jail there. So, but I'm hoping she'll work with me, because it would work well with this schedule.
Which
And I talked
Subway? Where?
in Lafayette.
In Lafayette. Yeah. Well,
And
let her
then-
know you're in this program and that you're doing very well, because you know you're monitored and active in the program, and a lot of the employers like that. They like knowing you're in a program.
Yeah.
Okay. And
Okay.
you've been doing really well in the program.
Thank you.
Okay. Of course, I think you learned a lot of skills in DRC that are helping you in this program.
I did.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think that's good, and we're seeing that. Now, I think it's great. Thank you. Thank you. I got some coffee here. But you're going to make a mark for today, and we're proud of you, and keep looking for a job. And I think it's great about going back to school.
Thank you, ma'am.
Chad?
Yes, Your
Did
Honor.
Chad there you are. How are you?
Doing good. How you doing this morning?
I'm pretty good this morning. The sun's out, so I'm better.
Yeah,
Tell me what you've been doing this week. I hear you've been getting out a little more.
a little bit. Me and my mom went to Lowe's yesterday to get some bags of mulch for her flower beds, and spent some time cut some boards for a shelf for her over there. And that's really about it. That's about all I've gotten out. Other than I went and updated my application yesterday at the temp service that got me my last full-time employment, and I could start to work yesterday if I could work first shift, but hopefully they'll find me something second shift. So
I bet they will. Things are opening up. There's going to be more out there available, I think. Were they social distancing at Lowe's, or were they just packed in?
yeah, they were practicing social distancing. All the employees had masks,
Okay.
but they had lots of tomatoes and stuff out there for the garden. But
There's nothing like real tomatoes.
yeah, my mom's already started some, I think, is what she told me.
Mhm.
I had my work cut out for me. I got to till my lower part of my yard up. so she can have a garden this year. So that'll be something to look forward to any day now.
That sounds good. That sounds like a good activity. Okay. Well, you're looking good and doing well, and we're proud of you. Here you're doing good in group, and you make a mark for today.
Well, thank you.
And Chad, that's 5.
Yay!
So I get a gift certificate.
You do. What you
All
got
right.
there, Andrew?
So
You
we've
get to go
got
shopping.
we've got Walmart, which has been the most popular, and then let's see, Taco Bell, Crystal, and McDonald's.
I'll take the Walmart.
All right, you got it.
All right, thank you.
Did you go with Walmart?
Yeah.
Did he pick Walmart? Okay. That's got a lot of options. All right, we'll see you next week, Chad.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, and I have Tina here in court with me. How have you been doing? Tell me what you've been up to.
Well, up until Friday, I've been doing pretty good. This is my appointment with Kelly on Friday.
What happened there?
Well, I'm used to my appointments being at 3 o'clock with Kelly.
Mhm.
Since we started meeting, we're meeting 2 to 3 times a week, and they've always been at 3 o'clock, and somehow I forgot it was at 1.
Write it down on
I
your
did write it down.
calendar.
Yeah, well, I just bought it at the Daily Planner. I not only write it on that, I write it on the big calendar now, and I write it on the next page, because I have a journal book that with all of our meetings, I take notes,
Mm-hmm.
I write it on the next page.
I have to write down everything or I can't.
And I signed up for text messages from the clinic so that I get a text message the day before.
All right, write it down on your calendar. Now that's a problem because you've missed 3 treatments in a month. And I think treatment probably is the most important part of this program. Medication does not solve our issues. It helps us cope with them better. But treatment, I think, is the most valuable thing you can do. So I really want you to think about that and get really focused on treatment, okay?
Yes, ma'am. I rescheduled my appointment with Kelly. As soon as I realized I missed it, I called Ms. Martin.
Okay.
Told her I missed it, and I tried multiple times to call Kelly, and I sent her a text message, and then I called the clinic to reschedule it.
Mhm.
I have it rescheduled for Wednesday at 3 o'clock.
For when?
Wednesday at 3 o'clock.
Good. Good.
And I've also, and I did everything she had asked me to do, that I had the stuff to do. I didn't have the relapse prevention.
Well, now I was going to ask you about that. That's
Yeah,
not
she
good.
never emailed me that.
Mhm.
She did the relapse autopsy. I got it, and I did the steps, which led to the relapse.
Yeah.
But I did get the relapse prevention. She's supposed to be emailing me that so that I can work on that. And I've got to where I'm doing a lot of, I'm opening up a little bit more at a time with Kelly. I have a hard time, I bolted so much stuff to put it in a time capsule
Mhm.
that, I have to open the time capsule slowly. And
Well, I want you to keep working with Kelly.
yes, ma'am.
I want you to work on that relapse prevention plan. I want you to have that. And she said in staffing yesterday that there was paperwork she didn't get to you on time. So a pretty busy lady.
Yes.
But I want you to work on that relapse prevention plan. I want you to think about the importance of treatment. And I want you to do a special program for me. I want you to learn and come in next week and give me a book report on active listening.
Active listening.
Active listening. I think it is very important. It's a very important skill, and I think it would help you in your behavior and treatment and court to learn to slow down a little bit and listen to what other people are saying instead of just be planning. Sometimes it's hard to stop our minds and our mouths.
Yes,
Okay.
I looked up some meditation videos because it's part of our homework. for the Thank You for Change,
Mm-hmm.
is looking at mindfulness and different meditations to de-stress and to slow down with. So Megan had given us that for homework yesterday, and I picked up 6 different.
That's a great skill. A lot of people swear by it. A lot of people swear by it. Now, with the 3 missed treatments in 1 week, I'm going to give you a sanction of 48 hours in jail today.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay? I want you to get that done. Think about how important treatment is and come in next week and read me a report about what is active listening and why is it important.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay? How are things going with your son and
Oh,
daughter?
great. We started painting and remodeling the house now.
Okay, so that's a good fit for you. So you think that's a good fit for you? That's a good place for you to be? All right.
Oh, yeah, we have no argument or anything. We discuss a lot of things.
Well, we appreciate family members that support us. All right. Then I will see you next week, and I want you to educate me on active listening.
Active listening.
Active listening. See you next week. All right. Andrew, is there anything I need to address before I leave this meeting? Other than the fact that I need a new computer. I didn't hear Andrew, but he's smiling, so. All right. Once again, I want everybody to take care of themselves. This virus is not over. You know, it's not going away. I want you to protect yourselves and take care of your physical health and your mental health. All right? I'll see you next week.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.